Hey there, Mitch Hancock. Thanks for watching this video. Today we're going to be going over householding. You might be like, I don't really know what that means and that sounds kind of boring. And on the surface, probably is, to be honest. But this is something that can be a huge issue with your policy if you don't understand how this works, or maybe your policies if you don't know how this works. So where I see this being an issue is that, well, let me back up. Householding means that insurance companies generally want people who are all living under the same roof. Generally, they want those people all on the same policy, especially if they're family members. Now, the only exception to this is maybe a roommate type of situation. But most insurance companies, they want family members to be on the same policy if they're under the same household. But what happens if somebody from that household moves out and they're still on the same policy? At that time, that's usually when it makes sense to get it set up on a separate policy for the person who moved out. The most common time when we see this is when folks first get married. So say you've got a husband and a wife and they get married and the husband's still on his parents' policy and the wife is still on her parents' policy, and they're doing that because they feel like it's the most cost-effective way to go. But here's the problem, is that what insurance companies look at is if a vehicle is available to a person and under the same roof for regular use. So in this scenario of this newlywed husband and wife, chances are that there's going to be times where maybe the husband drives the wife's car and the wife drives the husband's car, and vice versa, whereas that wife isn't listed on the husband's parents' policy, and the husband, he isn't listed on the wife's parents' policy. And that's where we get into sticky issues, is because there's a good chance that the insurance company could actually deny the claim. Let's say that the husband was driving the wife's car and he got in an accident. They could, in some situations, deny that claim because he wasn't a listed driver on that policy when that car was available to him for regular use. And so please, 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 please make sure that you don't find yourself in that situation, or that you don't have some sort of other weird householding situation where you're putting multiple people on a policy when people live under separate roofs. You can get yourself into some problems there. So that's householding. Hope that's helpful. Thanks for watching the video. We'll catch you on the next one.